What's good, my kings and queens? I know it's gonna be a lot of people coming here trying to buy land. I just want to make sure that nobody makes a mistake, because everybody's trying to sell land. It's gonna be a lot of people scouting for people that's trying to sell land, and the person that's scouting for you probably don't know all of the right documents that you should get when you're buying land. Most people do not get all of the documents that I think foreigners should get. So for one, if you're buying land, I really suggest you hire a land lawyer. All right, a lot of people have bought land, and you can buy land without a land lawyer, but just to make sure you cross all your T's and dot all your I's, I suggest that you get a land lawyer. All right. So let's say a friend of yours, you have a Ghanaian friend or whatever country. I'm not sure about the other country, but let's talk about Ghana. Let's say you have a Ghanaian friend that has a friend that's selling you some land, all right, for a nice price, and you're ready to jump on it because you have the money, all right? So when you go and buy the land, before you give them any money, you want to make sure that they give you something called a plan of land, all right? So when you buy the land and you think you want it, you're gonna say, hey, give me the plan of land, all right? Take that plan of land to the land commission. It's gonna have his name, the plot number, and whatever the name of the area is, all right? So you're gonna take this plan of land, you go to the land commission, and run a check on their land, all right? When that check come back clear, and you want to be clear, you don't want to be sold to anybody else, I suggest you guys do this. Once it come back, if it's okay, now you are ready to buy. So, but before you buy, after your check has came through, they're gonna give you something called a land indenture. All right. I'm not gonna show y'all too much information, but it's gonna come in a little packet like this. And this is stating, things like I such and such sold the land to such and such. It's going to be very thorough on the buyer and the seller. It's going to, it should have your information, his information. Another thing, like what I did, I take a picture of the person's ID that I'm buying it from. Even take a video of the entire transaction, because you want to cover yourself. All right. But it's even better if you get your lawyer. I suggest you get your lawyer. All right. So you're going to get this land indenture. All right. And that's gonna, like I say, it's gonna tell you who's buying it and who's selling it, blah 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 blah. All right. Once you get all of those things done, you're gonna go to the chief. The land indentures is pretty much just information. But the main thing you need is your land allocation. That's something that you're gonna get from the chief. So whoever sold you the land, you and him, you guys gonna go to the chief, and you're gonna get your land allocation. It's very important that you get the land allocation, because with that land allocation, that's part of the documents that you're gonna need to go get your land registered. All right. So let's rewind a little bit. Once you get your plan of land, it's gonna have the person's name on it that you're buying it from, right? So if you're gonna be buying it, once you know you're gonna buy, you're gonna have your you want to get you a surveyor. Most of the times, each land has their own surveyor. So like whatever chief is over that land, you're gonna get his surveyor. All right, and then he's gonna help you with getting the plan of land in your name. So the old plan of land had the person that you bought it from name, and the new one it's going to have your information. It's also going to have the like these are different plots, all right. And the plot that you buying is going to be outlined in red, with its dimensions, all right. So it's very important that you have this, as well as your, I don't think I brought it, but your cadastral site plan. Cadastral site plan is something similar to this one. You're gonna make sure you have those. That's why I say get your lawyer, and he's gonna make sure you have those. Once you have all of those things, you are ready to start building. Now, I did it backwards, but I suggest you guys, when you start building, go get you this is what you're gonna get from the municipal courts or whatever you want to call it. Every area has their own little municipal land type of deal, right? All right, so I have 2 buildings. So on my permit, I have a drawing of my 3-story building. Each floor is going to show it from all corners. It's going to show how it looks from the front, show how it looks on the left side, show how it looks on the right side, show how it looks from the back. I did that for my 3-story building, and I did that for my house. You know, how many windows it have. Of course, you got to pay for all of these documents. You know, you're not just buying land. You need to pay for a lawyer. You need to pay for a surveyor, and pay to get your building permitted. Because if you don't get it permitted, you may go out of town or go somewhere else and then come back. They're gonna have some big red paint on it saying stop project or tear this project down. You don't want to run into those problems. All right, and where is it? And this is gonna be your building permit or whatever. All right, so you definitely want to get your building permit. All right, but and this is just gonna be a drawing of the building. Whatever you build on your land, whether you have 1, 2, 3, 4 buildings, that's how many different drawings you're gonna have, and that's the thick of your book gonna be. So I have 2. So I have a drawing of each corner, each angle of both of my buildings, because they was all permitted. You know, you don't want to build anything and it's not permitted. You don't want your building to fall. You want to make sure everything is up to code. All right. So I'm talking fast, but I was just trying to give you an idea, because a lot of people they buy land and they think all they need is a land indenture. Buying land is more than just getting a land indenture. All right. Get your land lawyer. Don't buy no land without getting your land lawyer. It's worth the investment. You know, because land is coming cheap, so go ahead and invest in your land lawyer. You got to have a surveyor to make sure you're not building on anybody else's land. So like when you first buy your land, you want to clear your land off, and if you don't have the money to build right away, you want to put you some pillars on each corner so people can know where your land is. But I suggest you build a small wall around your entire property, even if it's 2 feet high. You want to make these investments, because especially if you buy land and you plan on going back to the States or wherever you are, people can encroach on your land. So you want to give an indication that somebody has bought this land. All right, do those things. I don't want to see y'all on YouTube making no videos that, oh man, I bought some land and I came back and people built on it, or they connected to my wall and all this stuff. Do your due diligence. All right, we belong in Africa.